Good morning, traders. It's Wednesday morning, just a few minutes before the New York Open. And I'm taking the time now to show you a trade that I entered into yesterday that was a swing setup. One of the things that I wanted to do as I came into this year was to talk more in my videos about how I use a higher time frame setups and then enter them using small time frame setups using the patterns and all the techniques that I've learned from Calvin Thornley. So this is the dollar CAD. I have the hourly chart as the inset and the weekly chart to the right. As most of you know, I really rely on the weekly chart, and I often will use the weekly and the 4-hour in tandem, and then use a very small time frame entry to give me a great potential of risk reward on any given trade. We had a weekly slingshot in play as we came into this week, and I was aware of that. We had a doji candle that closed out last week, and I was watching for a breakout into the prior trend. Now on my hourly chart, this is how my hourly chart looked as I had marked it up coming into yesterday. And the level that I've got marked here is an attractor level. I'll show it to you how it looks on the 4-hour chart because that's where I had it placed from. But I was watching for a price to come down to this level and give me an indication it was ready to reverse into the higher time frame weekly slingshot. I did not trade my normal hours yesterday, day after St. Patty's Day, and I was lucky enough when I did show up yesterday to be able to see that this level had been hit. And then have some price action confirming that price was ready to go long and trade into it. In this case, I used a 15-minute pattern. I'm going to show you the 4-hour. I watch prior swings very closely. I look for attractor levels on most charts. They're not always there, but if I see something like I saw on this chart, which was basically I saw this level. I saw how price came down and went much lower. And when it came up, it didn't respect this. It just flew through it and continued on. So I've been waiting for price to fully retest back into this level that it didn't respect from that day's price action, which was back in early March. And I was watching around this level. I was watching around the level of 10.20 up to 10.45 to see what price did. I wasn't here when it first hit, but I'm going to show you the 15-minute chart. I was able to see how it acted when it did hit this level, bounce back up, create some consolidation, give us a 15-minute pattern. And it was this 15-minute pattern that had my attention. And I traded into that. And I got into that at 10.58. I put a 9-pip stop in it. And it was ready to go. This is one of those trades that move quickly. And I was able to have a really great first scale. I waited till we had price move almost 80 pips. My scale was at 111.34 in this area, so it was after price came up to the 111.50 area and then looked like it wasn't ready to go any higher. So I have 2/3 off this at 111.34 and at 110.58. And I'm watching to see what price does between 112.20, 112.50. When you look at the high time frame, you look at this weekly chart, there is room for this to go further.